Hey everybody, my name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So we have a sponsored video for us today. Thank you very much, Wes, for this one. This is going to be some college football. It's San Diego State versus New Mexico. We're actually just going to do the overtime. So let's jump in and let's have a look at this one, shall we? Okay.
What is your call?
Heads.
Heads is the call. It is tails. You won the toss.
17 or?
Which one you want to play? Okay. San Diego State, 1st and 10 at 25-yard line.
Aztecs on offense, Lobos on defense to start the first overtime.
Yeah, for my money, I think Jason Eck and the Lobos are currently on kind of the short end of the stick. I think San Diego State's got a little bit more of the momentum on their side. I think they got a more effective running game. You know, obviously, New Mexico's had some big running plays. I just
God, if you just quickly look, New Mexico looks very much like the Dolphins.
think Donegal's not done. Both running and passing. There's still plays for him to make out there, along with Sutton and Washington.
Yeah, Jaden Denegal's had a great game. 14 of 21, 162 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. But picking against New Mexico is exactly what they probably want you to do.
Yep.
I mean, they are the definition of an underdog program. Haven't been to a bowl game since 2016. They've never won a West title game.
All right.
But Jason Eck has come in and resurrected this program. Well, what do the Aztecs have in store on offense? It's the unit that's been a little bit better in this second half. As we move on to overtime, a lot rests on the shoulders of Jaden Denegal.
All right, let's see what they got.
Until they prove he can't run it.
A fake to Lucky Sutton, a pass.
Oh!
And it's intercepted.
Oh, my.
It's intercepted by New Mexico.
Oh, that is not how you want to start overtime. Oh, my God. That's not a good start.
He did it again.
That's not a good start.
Changing the game.
What were you just saying about picking against New Mexico? Wow. What a play by Austin Brawley. Denegal had a quick little slant. It looked like he had it. Look at this window he's throwing into.
Oh.
On a tip off the fingertips of Donovan Brown. Austin Brawley with his third interception of the season.
Deflected
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
right into the safety's hands. And now, I mean, we were talking about long field goals.
Okay.
You got this ball right here at the 25-yard line. Right now, it's a 42, 43-yard field goal.
They've got James Lobstein in the game at quarterback right now.
Oh,
they're
here
giving
we
him
go.
QB power. There he goes. Lobstein breaks a tackle. Past the 15.
He's got to score.
Touching
Nope.
forward.
Nope.
All the way
Oh.
towards the sideline. Inside the 10 goes Lobstein. And the Lobos have real life in overtime.
We kept saying, eventually somebody's going to blink. Somebody's going to make a mistake. And I don't know if that interception necessarily counts as a mistake when it's a tip pass. But Brawley forced that mistake that Denegal made. And right now, they are in the driver's seat. You're in perfect position, left hash for a short field goal whenever you choose to kick it.
The team's leading rusher, James Lobstein, the quarterback, still in the game. He keeps it again. Lobstein brought down inside the 5. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Gain of 5 for QB2.
Second down in this position coming up. Beautiful job. You're running just a little bit of an H counter coming back the other way with your quarterback as the runner. You're on second down. Do you kick this on third just to give yourself a just in case with a bad snap?
We'll see what they do with Lobstein. He keeps it. James Lobstein inside the 5. Ball's down. The ball is out.
Oh, you are going to be kidding me.
Does San Diego State have it? They do. 2 turnovers in overtime.
Oh, my God.
Pendulum swings again.
Okay.
And the Aztecs
Okay.
back on offense. Owen Chambliss, the linebacker, recovering the fumble by Lobstein.
That ball was punched out perfectly. Watch the linebacker coming from the right there, bang.
Dwayne McDougal on the punch, and Chambliss scoops it up. It looked like New Mexico was on the doorstep of ending this game, and the tides have turned.
That's the drill you do incessantly defensively. Punch the ball, aim for the stripe, knock it out. You think Denegal was happy when that happened? You see him running from the sideline.
Oh,
get your helmet.
He's saying, all right, let's fix this.
My guy's got me.
Defense at his back. The forced fumble on Lobstein. Chambliss picks it up. What a defense for San Diego State. You can never count them out. So we're all tied at 17. Denegal hops on the headset.
So now you're back to square one. You're back to your lucky square. Lucky Sutton and running this ball.
You think after that first throw interception, now they're thinking, all right, let's just pound the ball on the ground.
Defense in the second overtime period. First down, New Mexico.
So the second possession there, ending in a turnover, ends the first overtime period. So now we move into the second, which will actually start the opposite way. San Diego State will play defense. New Mexico is on offense.
And here's what's at stake. San Diego State win this, you're automatically in the championship game. New Mexico needs some help, and they may exactly be getting that from Utah State.
Utah State leading Boise State by 8 in the third quarter. If New Mexico wins and Boise State loses, they're in the title game. Lane looking. He throws. A one-handed catch is made. It's Cade Keith, the tight end, dropping into the end zone for a touchdown. New Mexico is on the board at the start of the second overtime. The Lobos are oh so close to a shot at the Mountain West title game.
What a great play design, leaving a tight end wide open. And you want to talk about a snag of a catch. That ball lobbed out there. He one-hands it. Just does get his fingertips on it for a catch. Brings it in and has an easy touchdown down the field.
A season-saving catch for Cade Keith. Here in the second overtime, after scoring a touchdown, you have to go for a two-point conversion. And it looks like Jason Eck and the
Timeout, New Mexico.
We'll talk it over.
30 seconds.
All right. You need 2 points here. Where do you go? Struggle to run the ball. They've had some great short yardage plays on those 4th and 1s earlier that were one of them being a trick play, the other a quarterback run.
In this case, you know, and their offensive coordinator, you know, Kleisner, have you got to play where you have both quarterbacks on the field at the same time?
We haven't seen that yet. We've seen Jack Lane and James Lobstein subbing in for each other.
Where you make them think about it. You put Lobstein maybe at quarterback. You put Jack Lane at like an H-back. Put him in motion. Toss him the ball. Let him throw it. Or vice versa.
I mean, they haven't been afraid to dial up something crazy when the entire game is on the line. But it looks like here it's just Jack Lane in at quarterback. Damon Bankston behind him in the backfield. So the Lobos have to go for 2 here in the second overtime period.
3 receivers to the right side. Now motion away.
Lane hands it off. Keeps it. Lane still got it.
What's he going to do?
He lobs it. It's caught in the end zone for 2, but there's a flag.
Oh, flag down.
Johnson with the catch, and this one is likely coming back.
Oh.
Holding offense, number 58.
Damn.
10-yard penalty. And replay the time.
Seems like the nature of those slow developing plays.
That's took a long time to start. Long time to execute. The heck was starting. There's a right tackle right there, 60 or 58 with the hold on the outside. It just took so long. I mean, a normal pass block is max 2.5, 3 seconds before that quarterback and that ball's out of his hand. That seemed to take forever to be executed.
So now they go for a 2-point conversion from the 13. Lane. Good protection. Throwing into the end zone, looking for Keith again, but it's over his head and incomplete. San Diego
See, I wonder how much that's going to come back and bite him in the ass now.
State will take over.
Double challenge for San Diego State. Not only do you have to score, now you need a 2-point conversion.
So it was
afterwards.
It was the touchdown by the tight end, Cade Keith. Redshirt freshman, his first year at New Mexico, his first catch in weeks. That's what gave New Mexico the 6-point lead. They couldn't convert on the 2-point conversion. So San Diego State takes over, trying to put 8 on the board in the game.
And if you didn't see the first overtime, here's what happened in the first overtime. Now you got an interception. The ball is tipped. Raleigh gets it. Okay, well, then they drive down. You're going to score, right? Wrong. Great job by McDougal punching that ball out. New Mexico fumbles. Now second overtime at San Diego State's ball.
So the Aztecs need 8. They hand it off to Sutton, and he's stuffed for no gain. Jackson Eck with a big tackle.
Yeah, he just got his nose to or slightly over the 25-yard line before Jackson Eck pounded him back.
2 running backs in the game, Sutton and Washington. Eck saying, hey, 30,000 of you, let's hear it.
All right, let's see what they can do.
The defensive coordinator got dialed up for New Mexico.
Empty backfield for Jaden Denegal, the first-year starter. Denegal plants, throws, it's tipped. 3rd and 10 coming up. Gabe Lopez gets a paw.
3rd and 10.
If you're New Mexico, you're 2 plays away from a chance to be in the Mountain West Championship game. Good blocking up front. They gave him plenty of protection. But that's inherent in the game as a defensive lineman. If you can't get there, be an impediment. Put up an arm. Get a chance at a block.
3rd down. Denegal.
Gonna run it himself. Yep.
Past the 20. He's got the first down. Denegal.
Nice run.
All the way to the 10-yard line.
Nice run.
Biggest play of the day for Jaden Denegal in saving this drive.
Jackson Eck comes up with a little bit of a limp at the end of that play. That was Eck on the tackle, I believe, on Denegal.
Nice run.
Flag in the field.
Did they see motion? Somebody move on the offensive side? Or was that just pure defensive penetration?
False start.
Yep.
Offense. Number 19. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That was on the tight end. Seth Adams called for the false start. We'll back up the Aztecs by 5 yards.
Damn, they really are shooting themselves in the foot. Okay. Let's see what they can do with it.
They called Adams on that little bit of a move.
So it's 1st and goal, backed up to the 15.
Do you put the ball in Denegal's hand and let him throw it?
On 1st and goal, they
flag.
give it to Sutton, but a flag flies.
False start. Offense. Number 7. 5-yard penalty. First down.
A little bit of crowd noise here. 30,000 people here. Lobo fans going crazy, waving white towels. It wasn't much of a flinch, but it was an early flinch on that left side.
So a pair of penalties puts the ball at the 20. 1st and 10, 20 yards to keep this game alive. San Diego State needs 6. Can the Lobos defense step up? 30,000 loud and proud. Another flag.
Oh my
Before
God.
the snap.
Snap infraction. Offense on the 63.
Oh my God.
First down.
In case you can feel this, I think the crowd gets the idea that they are a factor.
University Stadium hasn't looked like this in years, but Jason Eck and company have brought this program back from the ashes.
Watch the right guard. Not much. Jason Eck is encouraging his crowd to be a factor, and they are. First and goal.
Wow, the crowd's getting loud.
Handoff.
Oh.
Christian Washington up towards the 20-yard line. A solid gain. They mark him at the 19. A 6-yard run with second and goal coming up.
We finally got the second down.
It took a few yellow pieces of laundry to get there, but here we are. Will they run it again? Do you think they go through the air?
I don't see any way against this defense the way they've been that you don't throw the ball to get some quick yards.
Second and goal. And revitalized University Stadium in New Mexico. Denegal looks to throw, steps up. He's
He's going to be sacked.
The ball is down.
Oh.
Keyshawn James Newby knocked it free.
They recovered it though.
Room on the field, ball is fumbled, recovered on the offense. Third down.
Damn.
San Diego State, by inches and millimeters, keeps this drive alive by landing on that ball.
How about James Newby coming off the corner, number 1? He not only comes around the corner, he flat strips the ball right out of Denegal's hands. And luckily for San Diego State, that ball bounced right up into the Aztecs' hands.
Third and goal from the 24.
Lobos 2 plays away for a chance at a Mountain West championship.
Can they get 2 steps? Denegal frees up.
Nope.
Towards the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Darren Agu.
Fourth down. Room on the field, the runner was ruled out of bounds and possession of the football. Fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
This crowd, this defense has made a world of difference today.
So 4th and 30. Pay attention to where the defense sets up on the back end. They're going to set a picket fence back there where they're not going to let anybody get past.
San Diego State, 30 seconds.
Aztecs want to talk over how they can get 30 yards, get into the end zone, and try to keep the game alive. This New Mexico defense has been so impressive in this overtime period.
Well, remember, if San Diego State can win, they get a berth in the Mountain West championship game. New Mexico needs a little help.
If New Mexico wins and Boise State loses, the Lobos could get into their first ever Mountain West championship game. Wouldn't it be fitting in this year where Jason Eck takes last year's 5-17? There were less than 40 returning players, the fewest in FBS. He brings in over 70 new players, flips it to an 8-3 team.
Wow, that's
and
a good
now an
record.
opportunity to get to the Mountain West championship game.
Great turnaround.
4th down, 1 play. Can the crowd be a factor? We've seen them be a factor already twice with crowd noise causing early starts.
One more stop and a Utah State win. It would put New Mexico in its first ever Mountain West championship game. This fantastic defense, all it needs is one.
Look at them deep, Jack.
3 men lined up along the goal line. Full-on prevent defense.
8 from the 15 in. Only 3 rushing.
San Diego State needs nothing short of a miracle. Denegal steps up. He throws into the end zone.
Oh,
It's
he's missed
over.
it. He's missed it.
Over. New Mexico has done its job. They may have
Dang.
That's the end of the game.
To go in one season from 5-7 to 9-3, and maybe a spot in the Mountain West Championship game. This will be a season that Lobo fans will remember for a long time.
Never say die, New Mexico, until the bitter end. A double overtime victory, and it came down to this. 4th and goal from the 30, and the defense stands tall for one last stop to win it.
Yeah, no way he was catching that ball. No way.
And an interesting game and an interesting effort. Crowd has come on the field. They're going to help celebrate with their football team. They are jacked here in Albuquerque.
Truly one of the biggest wins in New Mexico program history. A double overtime victory that might put them in a Mountain West Conference Championship game. They need Boise State to lose, and currently Utah State is beating them. They are oh so close to a conference title game appearance. A 23-17 victory.
I tell you what, right from the start of that overtime, San Diego just having bad luck. You know, New Mexico, a little bad luck with that conversion, obviously not getting the 2 points, but, man, they played well. Played well right to the end. There was no way they were catching that last ball. And it's just like, just hold them out for that second overtime. Well done to New Mexico as well, too. So, first time, a great winning season, obviously turning it around from the last one. So, whew, that was pretty intense. I tell you what, that was pretty intense. When they got the ball back, I thought, okay, it's going to swing the San Diego way now. You know, that little flutter at the start, obviously nerves, you know, but nah, that's not the way it worked. So that was good. I really enjoyed that. Kind of gets us in the mood for college football here starting in a couple of months. We've still got a couple of months to go. So let me know if you enjoyed that. And Wes, thank you very much for sponsoring this video. Remember, if you'd like to do that yourself, all that information is down in the description, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you stay safe, and I will definitely see you in the next reaction video. Oh, you're still here? You want more content? Why don't you check out my Patreon down here? You'll get plenty more content and some exclusive videos over there too. If not, why not check out this one over here?